Many things going on in the world today. Every time Dick and Harry got something to say. But what they said ain't got no fabric to it. Yay takes and thoughts with dice straight through it. It's all about rumors and people feuding. If we're not uplifting, then what are we doing? Yeah, they love the culture, yet they trying to wreck it. But are we ready to go hard to protect it? If we don't stand firm, then we're sure to fall. Are you ready to fight this thing and accept the call? Or it's all about dealerships and the mall. Now I'm ready to go for broke like a puzzle ball. I'm charged with the task to keep it real. Moving straight forward, not about to yield. Tackling every subject, yeah, you know the drill. R.I.P. Guru, I bring that mass appeal. Our ancestors stood tall despite abuse. We got all the tools, so what's our excuse? It's time to show a face and take off the mask. It's something every yay, it's the podcast. 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 It's something every yay, it's the podcast.
What it do, what it do, what it do. Welcome to episode 5. It's Something Every Yays, the podcast. What it do? I'm Danye Jones, your host. Welcome again. I said episode 5. Hey, I want y'all to go to YouTube, like, subscribe, and share. Now, when you go to YouTube, you got to go to Danye F. Jones. Don't go to Danye Jones. You might see me on another podcast and also with some bootleg Danye Jones out there. So go to Danye F. Jones. We have a great show for you today. Great show. We got Coach Kevin Marshall going to join us here today. But first, a couple of things I want to talk about real quick. Ryan Garcia, the boxer, went on a racist rant. The World Boxing Council have expelled him. He's now supposedly in rehab. Of course, his family, you know, when you mess up, you got to put out a statement. So let's see what his family had to say. Here. Here we go. Our son has recently made statements that do not align with his or our family's true character or beliefs. Our family unequivocally does not support any statements Garcia has made regarding race or religion. These do not reflect who Ryan truly is and how he was raised. Those who know Ryan can attest to this fact. Ryan has been open about his ongoing struggle with mental health over the years. And as a family, we are committed to ensuring and encouraging that he receives the necessary help to navigate this very challenging time and address both his immediate and long-term well-being. We appreciate the continued support, prayers, and compassion. That was a great statement. Only problem is, do we believe it? It don't matter. There's no coming back from this. He was saying something like he's down with the KKK. Don't quote me verbatim. He said something about Muslims. Man, you can't come back from that. You just can't. You can't go on rants and then say, and if he really has that type of problem, why are you going on social media saying this stuff? So we're going to see how that pan out, but I don't know. Next thing real quick I want to talk about before we bring our guest in. He's waiting patiently. This thing here I saw was very interesting. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Okay. It's about the BET Awards. Let's see what this brother has to say here.
O.J. Simpson, you know, the guy found responsible by a civil jury for killing his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ronald Goldman, was just recognized for his excellence and contributions to society. Yes, really. The BET channel thought it would be a good idea to include O.J. Simpson in their in memoriam tribute at the BET Awards last night.
As we celebrate Black excellence tonight, we must also honor the Black excellence that we unfortunately lost this year. It's never easy to say goodbye to those who influence us, but we can take a moment to celebrate and acknowledge their contributions to the culture. From singers to actors, athletes to activists, these individuals changed how our artistry is seen and left us with a legacy that we will always remember.
We will surely remember him all, but not as a former NFL player, as that montage put it, but as a killer.
Stop. Okay. Okay. Stop. Let me say this. Now, I'm not gonna go on Stephen A. who said they should have did it. I'm not talking about Stephen A. today. Listen. Yes, they should have honored him. One, because he is, even though he wasn't messing with black people like that, but he still was one of ours. Even though he wasn't claiming us, we still was claiming him. Let's get something straight. He was found not guilty in the court of law. Yeah, he was found liable, but that was already set up for him to be liable for that suit. He never paid another $30 million because it was in his pension. They couldn't touch it. Listen, let me get something straight for my Caucasian listeners and for those African Americans or any other race who felt he should have been under the jail. He was found not guilty. There was a lot of things you could have said that made him guilty, but the prosecution messed that up. But let me tell you something. Black people were not cheering because he got off of double murder, according to them. Black people was happy because finally someone black, the system worked for them. And we was cheering for the brilliance of Johnny Cochran. Man, black folks didn't care nothing about no OJ. Damn OJ. This wasn't about cheering for OJ. So let's get it straight. We're not cheering for no killer, but he was found not guilty. If you know he did it, that means you was there. You passed him the knife. So stop. Stop. Yes, he should have still been recognized. Listen. We all have done some things that nobody know but God. You better hope. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You better hope God forgive all of us for all the things. See, think about this here. People love us based on what they see. God loves us in spite of what he know about us. You know what I'm saying? That nobody know. So stop with that. Just stop. Just stop. And lastly, something I want to say about young ladies. I thought this was very interesting. I'm going to end this here before I bring my guest in. Let's see here. Where it go? Okay. Where it go? Okay, here we go.
Like, no.
You know that most men are scared to approach women.
Yeah, but if I look at you and I'm smiling, I'm letting you know it's okay to come. I'm not going to bite you.
Do you shoot your shot at men?
No. Well, shooting my shot is very subtle. I might look at you, and then I might look away. And
You hit them with the eyes move?
that's it. The guy is going to feel it. Either he's going to be interested or he's not going to be interested and he's not going to come. But you got to be open. Like, show that, yo, I'm open. It's okay to come and talk to me. You don't got to go and walk to him and be like, yo, I find you cute. Like, no.
You know that most men are scared to approach women.
Yeah.
All right, look at it. I thought this was funny. Listen up. But she's right, though. Now, what she said, and this is for the fellas real quick. When I was in a spot and I see a young lady that I thought was attractive long time ago, long time ago, long time ago. But what I would do, I would look at them and try to get eye contact. If they would look at me and turn away, I would keep staring. Wait, if they turn and look at me again, I said, oh yeah, I got them. Now, fellas, if you look at a young lady and she look at you like this, don't approach them because they ain't feeling you. Eye contact is key. And every now and then I have a randomly just talk to a woman without the eye contact, but usually I try to get eye contact first. So guys, girls will give you the hint. They will give you the hint. So I just want to talk about those few things. Let me bring in my guest. I'm doing too much talking. bringing too much talking. Hey, man, I was on one. I'm sorry, dog. I was on one.
Bro, I was enjoying it.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, this is this is not even an interview, y'all. This is down home kicking it with your mans, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna be professional because I'm excited today. We got my man here, Coach Kevin Marshall. Now, for those who do not know, Coach Kevin Marshall, he's a lot of things, y'all. He's a coach of football and basketball. He's a husband. He's a father. He's a podcaster. He's also, I call a double dipper podcaster because he got two. He a double dipper. And he just a real good brother. Like my thing is, like I told y'all in my intro, I'm about positivity, and this is a positive brother, humble brother, but yet strong, but yet just helpful. Man, I love this dude. So introducing y'all my man, Coach Kevin Marshall. How are you doing, my brother?
Hey, man, yay. Thank you, bro. Flattered. Appreciate that intro, man.
Man, you know what it is, man. I couldn't say it more because you are a jewel. You are a jewel, brother, and I appreciate you. But we're going to jump right into this thing now.
Yes, sir.
So I'm assuming you was born in Saginaw, Michigan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Saginaw, Sag Nasty, stand up. So now,
finest.
yes, now, I know all about Saginaw. I know, but the people listening and watching may not know. So tell me something. How was it? Well, first of all, tell me, what is Saginaw to you?
I'm gonna tell you, it's this simple, bro. A guy asked me this a year ago on his podcast, and I said if I can describe Saginaw, it'd be this: it'd be blue skies, good green grass. It'd be a big old red heart. That heart gonna have tears dropping for all the people we lost, but then it's gonna be a big old sun shining. Cause Saginaw, a beautiful place, man.
Oh man, you know what? You better go ahead and get that stamp. I might have to steal that one, brother.
Hey.
Yeah. So tell me, how was it growing up in Sag Nasty?
Man, it was family. It was all love. It's changed, but when we were kids, man, from candy stoves to the neighbors can whoop your butt if you got out of line.
Yeah.
You leave your front door open, man, and you can go places and unlock weather. And it was just all family, man. And, you seen family love no matter what side of town you was from. If you didn't live on a certain side, you had to know somebody that knows somebody. But it still was love, and I'm glad I had family scattered all over. So I was able to go everywhere. But I spent most of my time in BV, so it's what it is. Saginaw is a beautiful thing, man. I'm still here today,
So you said family. So how many siblings do you have?
I got it's four besides myself. 2 brothers, 2 sisters, biological.
Okay.
But I got a whole lot of brothers though.
Absolutely.
How they go.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get into that. So let me ask this: where do you fall in line in terms of the siblings?
I'm the oldest.
Oh, man. So you was the second pops then.
Man, for real. Second pop. And I was
taking all the heat.
Man, there it is. I felt it before it went down the line.
Yeah. See, they was practicing on you.
Everybody else knew what not to do.
Absolutely. So what's your story about? Okay, when the BV, so I'm assuming people don't know about Saginaw. So I'm assuming you went to Claytor?
Yep. Started at Henry Dorr, went over to Claytor. Then, Rickard, where most of us all us went from
junior high,
school.
yes.
Yep. And then after that, legendary Buena Vista High School.
Oh, wow. Let's go back. Yeah, shout out to Claytor and Henry Dorr.
Yes, sir.
Especially Henry Dorr. My mama taught at Henry Dorr, so shout out to Henry Dorr. And definitely Rickard, which we're going to talk about Rickard. So, because we was there, it was just 7th and 8th.
That's it.
Yeah, where initially my oldest brother, it was 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was 2 years before me. I think they started moving the ninth graders to high school.
Okay, cool. Then obviously, if you went to Rickard for the most part, unless you went to a Catholic school, everybody know you go to BV, Buena Vista, or as It's funny because we say Buena Vista, like you said, we know it's actually Buena Vista. Actually, that's how to pronounce it. But you know us, black people, we changed to Buena Vista.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Or BV. So
Yep.
tell us about BV, man. What's up with BV?
Man, I never forget the first day I walked in the doors, man. A little frail kid, scared as hell, but excited, man. And you know, football was my thing. So I wanted to play football. I was little though, so I took a lot of beatings on the football field, but I was built for it. You know, I was tough, and I was a class clown, man. I think that was all 4 years. A lot of things I ain't proud of, but at the same time, man, BV taught me a lot, taught me how to learn how to deal with people, man. Definitely taught me respecting our elders, because we had some great teachers. We had some
Absolutely.
great men that was father figures. You know what I'm saying? From Crosby, Newton, Stevenson, Mr. Stevens, you know, and Bird. You know what I'm saying? So we had some great role models, man. Even Doc Howard in my day.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So BV just taught me, it prepared me for where I was going. I knew I wasn't going to college. I think most of my class went to the military in '88. And, you know, and I knew I was going there because I had to straighten up, you know what I'm saying, after being a class clown for 3.5 years, because that's what it took me to acclimate to high school, you know.
Yeah, hold up, because I'm asked about that. Because I do know you did go to the military. Let me ask you this though. Now, this wasn't one of my questions, but I just thought about something. You said football was your thing, and I just know, you know, obviously everybody knows BB. BB was a basketball school,
Yeah.
but it really should have been an all sports school. So,
Yeah.
what? Let me ask you this: why do you think BB program did not reach elite status?
I think a lot of it, man, it came because growing up, we played kill the man, stuff like that
Yeah,
in football. But when it got to middle school, we were good in middle school, and then guys just, you know, fell out of love with it, and it was just
yeah,
really us crazy ones out there playing. Because I
yeah.
always tell people to play football, you got to be crazy. And I just think at the same time, we had some good coaches, but it's just the commitment just wasn't there from the kids. You know, everybody wanted to go in that gym until they had to go through one Coach Reed clinics, and you know, then they did like me and went back out to the football field. You know,
Yeah,
so I don't know, but we had talent. You know, I remember
absolutely.
Art Macon was, you know, Mr. Everything basketball, but he was a hell of a football player.
Yeah,
A lot of
absolutely.
people don't know that, you know, and we had it, but it never could gel, man. Never could
Yeah,
gel.
yeah. I was thinking, man, and I don't know, baby. You could tell me. I played football at Rick. My question is, was there a relationship between the football coaches at BV and at Ricker? Was there?
No, no.
Yeah.
It was, I think we had Mr. Samuels now at Ricker.
Yep.
And
Mr. Bennett.
yep, and
Yep.
it never transitioned. You never seen the varsity football coaches. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know, you never seen them until we got to Buena Vista. And I think that's what hurt our program because we didn't have that real feeder school like some of these
Absolutely.
powerhouse football high school
Absolutely.
teams. You gotta have a feeder because we would have 50 and 60 kids playing JV, junior high football.
Yeah, we did.
You get to BV, you barely had 25. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah,
yeah.
because your 8th grade, I was 7. I was squad. I wouldn't get no tick, but I wasn't even tripping because man, y'all was and I remember when we used to do the bull ring, man, and
Oh
you got
yeah,
in trouble in school, put you in that middle. I'm like, oh snap, man. So yeah,
man.
but that's awesome. So okay, you go in high school. Okay. So you knew early on, you said you wasn't gonna go to college. You knew that early on?
Yeah, I knew that early. My pops was military, man, and
Okay. Okay.
everything he kind of did, I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so I knew, you know, school wasn't me. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I struggled. So
Yeah.
in order to hide my struggling in school, I acted a fool. And I knew, man, you know, I tell everybody still to this day, I never forget our senior year, we had homecoming and they came in with the ABAS test, right?
Yeah, yep.
Man, I want to act a fool and have a good day. We got to go take this military test, 8 o'clock in the morning. I told everybody, man, I'm gonna be done with this test in 10 minutes. They was like, man, whatever. Man, I went on A, B, C, D, and E, B, all the way down.
Right.
Man, messed around, man. The dude called me and said, "Hey, man, you got a 21." I was like, "What?" And I was doing it as a joke, man. So
Yeah.
after that, I knew what my path was set, bro. I wanted to
Wow.
go to the Army, man. So that's why I ended up going.
So you go to the Army. Where are you stationed?
I went to Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Then I was stationed over in Virginia. You know,
Okay.
did my other training in Virginia, man, where I love Virginia. You know, and after that, man, couple years back and forth between Kentucky, Virginia, and then I ultimately went over to Iraq for a year and a
Okay.
half.
Oh
You
wow.
know, and personally, I wanted to make the career out of the military, but war changed your mind real quick.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and after being there a year and a half, bro, I seen things that, man, you know, I'm an 18-year-old cat. I don't need to see this crap.
Yeah.
You know, so. Other than that, that war, if I ain't go to war, man, I probably would have did my 20 plus years in there.
Okay. Wow. So you bring up other questions. So let me ask you this. So okay, I don't want to bring up no traumatic situation, but can you pinpoint one thing that you saw and say, you know what, this may not be me?
Man, let's see. One of the worst things, bro. Well, I ain't gonna say it was worse. One of the funniest things. I seen a school bus full of Iraqi soldiers. The driver seen the missile coming. He was trying to dive out the window. Everybody else was sitting like regular students on the bus. You know, fried. They kind of like, damn, I'm really at war.
Yeah.
You know, I'm really somewhere that's real. And then, you know, hearing and seeing what was around me, going all the way to Basra where they had the big tank battle, man, and seeing all that, man, it just changed you.
Okay.
You know, you went from smiling all the time to a straight face. My whole mission was going home, do whatever I had to do to get back home.
Yeah. Hey, and I tell you this, hey, I thank you for your service. You know,
Appreciate that.
it's crazy. Just on our cruise, we were just on our class, talking with James Jackson and Deion Conway. They was telling me some things, and I'm thinking like during the same time, I'm in the classroom. I'm in college hooping, and I'm able to hoop and do those things because the soldiers are doing what they're doing. So salute, brother, salute.
Yes, sir.
So okay, let me ask you this. So how often did you get to come home a lot when you first went in the military, or?
Yeah. 8 years, 3 times.
Right. So when you finally came back to SAG, had the city changed? Was it
Mm,
was it a drastic change, or?
I'm gonna be real with you. It was still Saginaw. You
Okay.
know, everywhere I went, still knew the same people, still got the same love. You know, the still people, you know, reaching out, speaking. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I had a lot of teachers that I seen when I got back, seeing me on the news, was like, man, we didn't think you'd be 18 years old. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But
Yeah.
you seen that kind of stuff. But Saginaw was still the same, man. You
Yeah.
know, I think I spent probably my first year back home just traveling. You know,
Okay.
trying to enjoy myself from, you know, because what I went through, I was like, man, I'm thankful for being home. So I'm gonna go and travel and enjoy. And
Yeah.
that's what I did,
Yeah. Dang.
you know.
That's so. I'm imagine you're in your 20s at this point, huh?
Yeah, early
And see,
20s.
and that's what I didn't do, man. I didn't do a lot of. That's why I love these young people today. I
Yeah,
listen. I love them for this. They
man,
go.
go.
My
That's the
man,
real.
my daughter been way more places I've been. I mean, they go,
Mm,
man. So I really. Well, let me ask you this because it was tripped out. Because even just when I would come home in the summer, yeah, Saginaw was the same. But for me, I was like, I would see women that I had never saw before. And I'm
mhm,
like, Lord have mercy. Oh, this summer gonna be cracking. You know,
mm.
you know what
For
I'm
real?
saying? So, yeah, so I'm gonna lay that into this. I gotta be careful because Queen Marshall be on me. When I come on y'all thing, shout out to Queen Marshall, his wife. Hey,
Mhm,
I love her because she just don't play. And she be checking me. So how did you meet Miss Marshall?
man, hanging out at a club.
Hold on, wait a
And
minute. What club?
it was the Copa in Flint.
Oh, the Copa. Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
she gonna hate I tell you this, but I tell everybody I was actually after her friend.
Oh wow.
But I'm finna age myself. I dropped my pager.
Baby, you're a regular pager, or did you have a 1-800 Sky pager? What you had?
I had one of the little Motorola's,
A motor. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You
Yeah.
hit me up, a little green light pop up, I go,
Yeah.
So she bought it to me. I was trying to get a dance from her friend.
Yeah.
And they say, like she saved me a dance and
Yeah.
boom, put that Saginaw charm on it. You know how we do.
Wow. So initially, had you even seen her before?
I seen her with her friend.
I mean,
Yeah,
you saw it. You saw it in Saginaw?
No, I was the first time at that club, bro.
So wait a minute. So what high school did she go to?
She from Flint Northwestern.
Oh, so I never knew that.
Yeah, man, and if you let her tell it, she gonna say they was the best in Dub.
Listen, man. Man, two of my cousins, RP, man, they graduates. One graduated with Jeff Gray in '84, other one with Glenn Rice in rather '85. Stayed on. Yep, stayed right there. What's the name? I know the junior high was Gundry. Actually, did she go to Gundry? Yeah, okay. So Flint Northwestern.
I think she went to Brownell.
Okay.
Yep, I think she went to Brownell. But her and Jeff Greer, little sister, is good friends.
Oh, straight up? Okay.
Yeah.
That's tripped out. I never knew she was from Flint, dog. I never knew that. Never knew that.
Got me a Flintstoner.
Okay. Oh, yeah. She definitely ain't playing. We are Flint, Saginaw. That's our sister city. So we're right there. So it tripped me out. Let me ask you this here, because I need to know. When I heard you was coaching, I knew you was coaching football.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that. People like, Kev coaching basketball. I knew, because if you're in Saginaw, you mess with basketball, but I didn't think you even loved it like that enough to coach. So my question is this: how did you? Well, first of all, how did you get to Bridgeport?
Oh, well, when I had my son, bro, he was 3. He was in the 3rd grade, and he was probably already 6 foot in the 3rd grade.
Oh wow!
I wanted to keep pushing football, but man, he played it because of me. But we kept hooping always. And so, and it was funny because everywhere I take him, I had to bring his birth certificate.
Yeah, absolutely.
And by the time he was in the 7th, 8th grade, the dude wore 17 shoe.
Wow.
So he always, having him put basketball on me. Okay. And then his little friends, George Goodman and Kerry Dillard, I got them together, bro, and I started the AAU squad.
Okay.
This guy came to me and was like, "Hey man, I want you to do an AAU team." I ain't know nothing about no AAU. I was just coaching elementary over at Clayton.
Yeah.
Giving back to the community.
Yeah.
And ever since that, bro, I started coaching, man, basketball with him, and just always been a basketball guy. Me and you share the same love for that man behind the wall on you.
Yeah. Yes,
and
sir.
Man, it was so, I could hoop, but I just wouldn't know hooping.
Right.
So basketball just fell on me. Football always gonna be my first love, but it's something about basketball, man, that competitive, and then they get to see you up front in basketball. Football would be behind the helmet.
Yeah, I used to say that. Yeah, me and my dude down at Grambling that played football. He played my boy Jimmy. He played flanker. You know what I'm saying? He was a little receiver. So we be talking about the girl. I said, "Look here, dude. You score a touchdown. The girls gotta hope you get on the sideline, take off your helmet. And I shoot that 3, them things right there. They see me, make eye contact. You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
Yep.
So let me ask you this here now. Bridgeport, okay. Now, when I saw a couple of, I don't know where I see it. I don't know if it was on Facebook, but I saw a couple of clips of your squad at Bridgeport. And I said, these are not my daddy Bearcats. The way they were playing. I saw that red and gold. But and listen, shout out to all my Bridgeport people who grew up. I love y'all. Shout out to Jimmy Sanders, your pops. Coach, it was cool. Jimmy Sanders, my man. Teddy McAfee, all y'all my dog. We used to put them things on y'all. But I just knew, to me, they was always, I'm sure every time we went there, it was packed. We'd be packed, but we never circled their name on schedule. We knew that they knew it. We knew we was about to give them that work. So for you being a BV and going to there, how did you change
Man,
changed the culture, the mentality
you
of
know,
Bridgeport?
yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Being the varsity football coach, I started out my first 2 years JV basketball, and all my players played football, so
Okay.
they already had a tough mentality. You
Okay.
know that, so that's one thing that drove me. And then when I was blessed on my 3rd year to take over the varsity program after Coach Seals left, I got to take over. Man, I had the luxury of having all those guys
Yeah.
that played with me, and they knew because I taught them the way I taught my FOH AAU squads, my girls team at Saginaw High, and even at Willie E. You know, I was about pressure, defense, defense, defense.
Hmm.
Our offense was our defense.
I
You
saw
know, so we transitioned day and night. Matter of fact, it's a clip that I used to show, and BV, they beat Elmer, but the ball never touched the floor on a fast break. And then
Yeah.
T. Rogue ended it with a dunk. And I
Yeah.
used to show that all the time and tell them this perfect basketball. Then I show the Lakers clips, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
just show showtime. And that's what we was about. I said, look, I'm gonna take basketball and we're gonna act like it's football. We're gonna play physical, we're gonna let the ball go and let's have fun. And the
Yeah.
kids bought into it, man. You know, I'll tell you a funny story though. My first time taking over Bridgeport, they colors red and yellow. Guess what they basketball practice jerseys were?
Don't tell me that.
They were blue and white. Hey, because all my AAU squads was blue and white, really.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
the AD came in there, man, and I had to force his hand. And he had to buy me practice jerseys.
You see
I
that
was like,
BB up top, boy,
that's
beautiful
right.
home. Oh, that's tripped out.
Yeah,
That's tripped
and
out that the AD and everybody let you do that. That's
yeah.
hey,
But
that's
once they
love.
seen that, and I told them, well, if you don't give me no practice jerseys, this what we wearing. You
Yeah.
know, and they kept telling me our colors is bus stop yellow and cherry red. For real, bro. You know,
Wow.
so but
That's
it
tripped
was
out.
what it was. Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you this here. Heartbreaking when BB closed down. I was heartbroken. So let me ask you this. Did a lot of kids who traditionally would have gone to BB, did they, was Frankenmuth, what was the choices the kids had to go to, or they could have gone anywhere?
They could have went anywhere because I just started working in Bridgeport High School that year. That they closed down. I went over there and started doing security because I was actually the middle school football coach at that time.
Okay.
And there was a lot of BV kids that came. Some didn't make it, so they left, went to the high or the hill, you know. But you had a nucleus that stayed. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it was love. I think a couple went to Frankenmuth, but most of them either they stayed at Bridgeport or went over to the high and the hill. You know.
Yeah, I always wondered how that panned out. Because the way they was playing D, I said, man, them gotta be some BB kids.
Nah, to be real with you, man, when I took over it from AAU, a lot of my kids that played for me AAU followed me to Bridgeport.
And that's the thing. Now, which
And,
is, yeah.
And then other kids say, hey, man, I used to play with them, and they start coming. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
so,
yeah.
Guess you got to do the right thing, man, to get people to follow.
Yeah, man, you just brought up another question because, like me, I never wanted to coach AAU. Nothing against I love AAU because it gave kids more opportunities to be seen. And it was a lot of the old school coaches. I know coaches who used to hold kids letters. And now, unfortunately, the high school coach really is third fiddle. If you don't have an AAU program or you're not affiliated with one, you're not going to get kids. It's just that simple. You're not going to get it. So I thought that was really tripped out. So in terms of the years when you coached, what would you say was the most challenging thing about coaching when you started and even now?
When I first started, it was just learning the game of basketball technically. You know what I'm saying? But as years went on, man, it was kind of easy as long as I stayed consistent.
Okay.
I had to change. The hardest part was probably me changing to the kids.
Okay.
And because after COVID, everything changed.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you.
Absolutely.
because the team I had that COVID year, we was 24-1 and slated to, go to the States for Class B. But then COVID came and boom, that was it. But the thing was, man, after they came back, I just seen mentalities different.
Yeah.
Kids didn't want to work hard no more. And to keep it 100 with you, man, a lot of parents held kids up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And that was probably my biggest thing this year. A lot of kids don't love the game like the kids back in the days loved it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them just play because their friends play. They get fancy uniforms, and people see them on social media. And I think that's what the biggest difference with me dealing with it. The kids change, and where they used to call me the Black Bobby Knight. I I did everything except throw chairs, man.
Pull out the whip? Did you pull out the whip?
No, I ain't messing with no whip. That. But then I'm turning to John Thompson, got the towel on my shoulder.
Absolutely.
So I started talking and cussing in the towel, so I wouldn't get upset.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, that's what really changed the game to me after COVID. I've seen basketball decline for the most part, especially in our area. Great talent here, though, but the commitment changed.
Yeah, and that's interesting because that lead me, you touched on it. So how do you, well, let me ask you something. How do you deal with parents? Was dealing with parents different after COVID than pre-COVID?
Very much. After COVID, man, it was just like everybody wanted their kids to be the man.
Right.
And you can't have that. Before COVID, man, I had parent support groups. You know what I'm saying? Parents like, you the coach, you coach them. You have an issue, you call me. Boom, and that's what happened. But man, after COVID, man, you had to deal with a lot of these parents where, like I used to tell them, don't let Coach Marshall fool you now. Don't come talking sideways and stuff.
Right.
I respect you because of the love of your child. But at the same time, you had a lot of disrespectful parents, and for the most part, I dealt with them with a long spoon, bro.
Yeah.
One, if I have a coaches meeting for parents and you don't show up, it really ain't nothing you can say to me.
Ain't nothing you can say. Absolutely.
You there, I'm going to talk to you because you did meet me halfway. Right. But if you never show up, man, go talk to the AD and he'll let me know what you think.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell them how I felt,
Absolutely, man. That's, yeah. I've been blessed in terms of parents. I've had great parents. I have no, of course, we always have little situations here and there, but for the most part, parents, they allowed me to coach their kids, and and it was tripped out because, and I try to give that same respect to my daughter when she was an athlete. Try to give that same respect. Yep. My daughter did gymnastics, and Miss Redmond, rest in heaven. I'm gonna do something on her, man. This black woman was like in a predominantly white sport. When I see how these white folks respected her because she knew her stuff and she was tough, man. And she was tough on the girls. And I remember at practice, my daughter was doing something crazy. Miss Redmond was on her butt. My daughter looked at me. I just turned my head. I said, "You better get on there." And that's what we need because you don't want nobody to hurt your child, but if they give you the real, a lot of these parents now don't want to deal with that.
And if it's out of love, let them coach him.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because when my son used to come home after a couple practice with Coach Dawkins at the high, and bro, he would, Dad, this and that. I said, okay, what you gonna do about it?
Right.
Well, go back and do different. I remember one day I went, like you said, I sat there and I seen Coach going off on them kids. Tank looked up at me. Did what he said do. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna respect that, man. That's why you're here. Let that coach be the coach, man. And I think that's what's missing in a lot of sports today. Like I seen you talk about on your own show about the portal. Quit running.
Yes.
Quit running. Stay there and deal with it.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't gonna always like things, bro. But when you deal with it and you go through that adversity and all the trials and tribulations, man, it's gonna make you a better person at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. Now BB is closed. Obviously, the High and the Hill, they combine now. Shout out to Coach Jew. I know he's gonna do great things over there. Yeah. Do you think in Saginaw, because of course the schools, I looked at Saginaw schools today. It's so many different high schools. I don't even know. We're gonna talk offline. all these different schools is.
Yeah.
And I got something for you to pitch too. We're gonna talk about that out loud. I ain't gonna say it live because I don't know about still, but it's some stuff I want to talk to you about. But let me see, how can I say it? Has the competitive fervor changed in Saginaw high school basketball? Does it still have that fire like it's traditionally had? Does it still have that fire?
I tell you what, I seen it a lot last year with the High and the Hill.
Okay.
Knowing that they were closing, you've
Mhm.
seen the old school basketball again.
Okay.
Especially like I didn't make the game at the Civic Center or the Dow as they call it now.
Yeah.
But watching the video, man, you've seen these kids, and I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Now I did make the playoff game. I went and watched it down in Corona,
Okay.
and I seen that. And as a coach and a fan, you can't do nothing but sit and smile because I left there like that's basketball. Win or lose, whoever, that was basketball. You know what I'm saying? And I see it when I go to Detroit a lot. Flint got a couple squads you see it from, you know. But and I ain't trying to be funny, but some of our rural schools starting to get it, man.
Good.
And I used
Okay.
to tell my boys, bro, they ain't scared of y'all no more.
Right.
You know, I remember days like I used to tell them Bridgeport walk in the gym. Now, let's bring it. And I
Yeah.
like that as a competitive coach.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But our youth, some of our youth, and I had a team that they weren't made like that last year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. I still love them, still coach them to the T. You know, just ball didn't bounce the right way. But I do
Yeah.
see it with some of our kids, and I think that United team gonna be a real tough team, bro.
Yeah. I can imagine. I'm gonna
Yeah,
again shout out to Jew, man.
yeah,
Pray you do good things, man. It's crazy because there's certain things, like for instance, like I was talking about it, you can't really do it now because of the violence, but it was nothing like to go to the park. You know, you go to the park, you question who got last down. You
Mhm.
get your five, who got next? It would know, and you say no, so and so got next, and that's what it was. And you bring the five. The goal was to stay on court all day.
That's it.
That was, you know what I'm saying, whether you had vets, whether you had Bronco, whether you had Ricker at the neighborhood house, First
Mhm.
Ward, Wicks Park. I don't know if you
Hmm.
ever hooped on that court on the west side off Weiss. It was like a little park. Man, it was some low key hoops over there, man.
Mm.
So yeah, it was tripped out. It was kind of low key. It was kind of low
Okay.
key. But you can't do that now. It's like it just, and a lot of times kids don't have the desire to do that anymore.
Mhm.
And I think what those things done, even like calling them AO today, we playing football. What it did, you learn how to work together. You learn how
Yeah.
to settle disputes.
Yep.
I mean, all those social skills
Yeah.
are missing today, and that's one thing I kind of, hate about what's
Yeah. That's
going on
true.
now.
Yeah, because I that's one thing I really hate, man. You don't see kids playing ball outside no more. And when I
Yeah,
do see it, bro, I pull over and just watch. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I think
yeah.
at Stone School here, it's an elementary, right there on State Davenport. I always see a bunch of kids out there, man. And it'd
Okay,
be cool to see them. And there'd be
yeah,
kids standing around the court waiting, you know. I mean,
yeah,
like they used to be. But you
yeah.
don't see that a lot no more. But that's
Right.
like you said, that's what made the athletes of the from the past, from
Absolutely,
outside games.
absolutely.
Yep.
So let me ask you this: would you say MHSAA and obviously y'all, that's Michigan High School Athletic Association? Do you think are they enforcing this transfer thing now? Are they enforcing it now? Are they mandate? Hey, you say you can sit out, you stay in your right area. Are they really enforcing it now in the state of Michigan?
I think they pushing hard for it, man. I had a couple kids left me last year and had to deal with that crap, man. Me personally, man, I always believe I ain't gonna never hold a kid hostage. You
Right.
know, I had kids play football for me on a Friday, didn't like it, went to the high on Monday and played the next week. I ain't never
Wow.
called, never complained. You know, things happened this past year with a couple guys, man, and other people got involved in it, which I think shouldn't have, and caused a big, you know, big uproar. Let them kids play ball, man. But they starting to put their feet down a little bit, you know. So, and I believe too, if somebody get behind it and push it, that's where you really catch the heat from.
Yeah, because it's the wild, wild west here in Illinois, man.
Wow.
It has gotten so crazy to the point. And here's the thing, even going back to like the transfer portal, the transfer portal was not designed for what it's being used for.
Hmm.
I mean, because I give the kids credit; they can be able to make some decisions because the coaches they can have a contract. Because kids go to school for the coach in college,
That's right.
not for the school. They go for that coach, and that coach get a better deal, and that kid got to sit out if he transfers. So I like that regard. But a lot of times now, coaches yell at the kid, "I'm going to transfer portal." You know what I'm saying? So I think, and what that does, it's teaching kids if stuff don't go your way, you can quit.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, the world is not like that. You know, we go to work every day. It's sometimes we be wanting to like cuss somebody out, choke somebody. Listen, if you never forget doing it, if you ain't never thought about choking somebody at your job,
Yeah, you ain't really working.
You ain't right. No, literally. See, you want to just choke, see their eyes red, pop just for a second, then cough. You know, yeah, I know this. I'm just on tape, but for real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but that goes back to that social skill piece. I mean, things are not going to always go your way. So that's the one thing about it I do not like. Me and my friend got into it like, even like, man, kids should be able to do what they want. No, but this person said they ain't got no kids. You know what I'm saying? So we have to put guidelines, and I think what's happening now, it just got out of control.
Yeah,
now, it just I get emotional about that, man, because it's crazy.
I feel you. Because I know kids lost right now don't have a home that left old places. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad for them, bro.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you got to stay and put up with it regardless.
Absolutely.
You know, I had a kid, not to go back, but a couple years ago, came to me from the hill, thought he was supposed to come right in and be the man. But dude, I just got kids on this team that played the last 2 years. You got to turn. Wait your turn. He was ready to leave in the middle of the season.
Wow.
So I sat down, had a talk with him, bro, and I just kept it 100 with him. He listened, he stayed. I never forget, big playoff game. We got down about 8, 12 points, something like that. He got off the bench. First person I put in the game off the bench. 12 points later, we were tied up. He scored straight 12. Then the next year, we lost the game, but the next year he took his team to the Final Four.
That's
like I told him, just imagine if you left. You might not ever experience that in your life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta deal with the storm, man. Because if you deal with that storm, put that raincoat on and the rain boots and your umbrella, it's a bright day at the end of that, storm. So I try to tell kids, don't run from it, man. But a lot of times now it ain't the kids, man, it's parents. So I don't get in debates with parents no more. Can't do it. I respect them your kids, do what you gotta do. I wish the kid the best.
Absolutely. Man, I got to get back on track, man. Because I don't get a chance to talk to coaches or people about basketball. Because a lot of times, for me, if somebody say one stupid thing in basketball, I got to remove my conversation. You be in a barbershop, or even whether it's like this kid was talking about hip hop at one time, and like I said, and shout out to a lot of the young rappers out there. But I forgot one rapper they said that was better than the Biggie. I said, you and I can't have a conversation. I didn't go so far as say it was, I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody stopped. Saying, you and I, we can't have a conversation. That's why something about basketball, I can't have a conversation with people. So let me get back on track here. Now, let me ask you this. Man, look here. How did you get in this podcast space? How did you get in that, dog?
Man, I'm going to be honest with you. When my pops died 3 years ago, I used to go in the basement and I used to just grab my phone and put record and talk to him, bro. Through my phone. Just everything I wanted to say that I didn't say, I was saying it. And then one day I was sitting there scrolling the internet and seeing this app called Podbean. It's a podcasting app, and I just started taking them, putting them on there. I wouldn't share them for a while because, I was like, I don't want people to know brother depressed, brother going through some things. That was just my healing. And then one day I was talking to this guy and I let him hear one. And he was like, man, you should go on and let that play as a podcast. I'm like, all right, did it, fell in love with it, man. 4 years later, still doing it now. You know, went from behind the camera not being seen to on YouTube with it now. You know,
Yeah, because man, that's crazy, the evolution of that, because
Mhm.
it's almost to the point now, dude. You are like you almost like a guru.
man,
You a vet. I know.
bro.
Look at it. More than the Coach podcast people. He got so
Mhm.
many logos. I can't keep up with this dude. He got
Nah.
so many more than the Coach. You know what? I'm telling you something. I was telling my brother. I said, man, I just love the title of your joint more than the
Mhm.
Coach, because, like I said, well, obviously, if you coaching, you definitely more than the Coach. But
Yeah,
I think it also speaks to just everything that you do. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Because people sometimes they almost, how some some actors get typecast in a certain thing,
Mhm.
and you get typecast as a coach.
Yeah,
He's just a coach. No, this cat do a lot of other stuff, man. So I
yeah.
think that's awesome. And the thing you have done, like with Queen Marshall,
Hmm.
I told you earlier, he's a double dipper. He has a podcast with his wife. Hold on. Let me shot this thing out. Let me set this thing up here.
Mhm.
Hold on. Let me set this thing up here. Let me see if I can get it going here. I don't know if I can get it going. I'm still trying to see. No, I'm not. I don't want to show that. Don't want to show that. Don't want to show that.
Uh-oh.
Don't want to show that. Okay, I don't know. Let me see. Wait a minute. Can you see it?
Huh?
Let's show it. Hold up. Wait a minute. See, I'm still a novice, y'all, but I'm working. I'm gonna get
Oh
this
yeah.
thing straight.
Trust me,
I'm
I
gonna,
was the same way. Keep
I'm gonna get
grinding,
I'm gonna get this thing straight.
and the mistakes be the best ones.
Yeah. Now, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, check it out, people. Check it out. This is him and his wife, the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast. Coming back July 28th.
28. Yes, sir.
What do you call mentally, physically, spiritually? I feel like that type of thing. I feel like I don't think no marriage, but I don't know because I can't speak on everybody's marriage. I can just speak on ours. That sometimes it's just not. It's sometimes it's just not. Do you agree?
I'm in agreement with our guest, Mr. Banks here. I feel marriage is 100%, 100.
But when you
It's-
say 100, 100, what do you mean by that?
I
100,
mean,
100. Do
I'm
you
talking
say
about-
that it should be 100, 100?
Yeah, I think
or
it should be 100.
It should be, but it's not.
What you do more than I do, and what I do more than you do.
Now she's back to the unappreciative person. She always been.
Listen, man, y'all are funny. Y'all,
Man, bro.
y'all listen, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all be tripping me out.
Man, it be hurt. I be getting in trouble, bro.
Because it be real, man. And
Yeah,
I said, oh yeah, she about to get it. So I
Yeah.
think that's love, man. So what made you guys start to do that, to have that podcast?
man. Yeah, you ain't gonna believe me, but one day I was sitting downstairs in the studio, and I was working on more than the coach, and God just said stop, and I'm looking like, hold on, So I started listening, and he said, "You spending all this time doing your podcast? Go do one with you and your wife, and show people how y'all came from the beginning through the storms, the hell, because it was hell. We've been together 29 years, so I ain't gonna never tell nobody it was easy." And he said, "Go get one with your wife and go help other young people." And I went up and I asked her. She was like, "Well, what I gotta do? I'm gonna send you the first podcast ever we did. It was terrible as far as quality, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was funny, and I knew after that, man, we grew, and I knew when we start opening up to let people ask us questions and what to talk about, it was going to even make us get more, serious about what we've been going through,
Yeah.
because we have touched on things that we went through personally too in our relationship to help others. So, and it's been a beautiful thing. And, you know, she got sick in April, you know, and by the grace of God, she doing better, man. And, you know, still taking it one day at a time. But she was like, I'm ready. And I was happy because I'm like, ooh, I'm getting burnt out doing all these more than the coach. I'm waiting, you know, because I went on the grind for more than the coach. But I'm like, boom. So I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, I came home and, you know, we went and got some ice cream and we got to talking about, you know, the next few shows we're going to start up. Like you said, we come back Sunday, July 28th at 8 o'clock live on YouTube. So,
yo, Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast. Listen, it be tripped out too. And I love the live chat. They will answer, fellas. Don't say no slick stuff because Miss Marshall will get on your butt. She have no problem. And Kevin ain't gonna help you. I'm telling you that right now. He gonna do like this here. He ain't got your back. When she go in, he fall back.
You seen the looks I be getting? Like when Jody tried to get us in trouble talking about the model, IT model.
Oh man, yeah.
I still hear about that. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, check this out. I'm gonna get you out of here on these I want you to respond to a few photos. I want to show you. All right, first, what come to mind here? What come to mind?
My brothers, man.
FOH. What does FOH stand for?
Man, I'm gonna give you the political term.
Okay.
The political term is, man, friends offering hope.
Okay. I'll
tell you later the real, but I think a lot of people can put two and two together. It started out as a rap group, man, with me and Jody rapping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was always creative, and I just came up with the name FOH. And then we used to do things and hang out.
Yeah.
And some girls called it something else. Flat out, you know.
Yeah.
Then when I started coaching hoops, the kids started calling it flat out hoopers.
Okay.
So we rolled with that, but then I started doing community stuff with the kids, back to school picnics, man. So, and I knew going to companies, I couldn't go in there as none of them. So it became friends offering hope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's a beautiful thing because you can always change the narrative, change. Like I'm in Chicago, Gangsta Cyber, growth and development. So you can definitely do them things. All right. Well, I can't show that. Now tell me something about this photo here.
Man, all I could tell you is this, bro. When you come back on, that right there, that's my big brother, Devin Hollis, man.
Yeah.
Keep him close around my neck, man. Him, my cousin, and my pops. But that man there, man, as a knucklehead high school kid, he only a year older than me, but he took me in, and a lot of us, bro, half of them FOH cats you see, he brought us all together in his own way. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was cool with him. That was the glue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's ever been missed, man. That's my big bro, Devin Hollis. Yeah,
I remember Dev, man. You talking about a genuine brother, man. He's one of them cats. If you got a problem with him, something is wrong with you.
Something wrong with you.
Because, man, and the big brother could dance too.
Man, I tell you, we used to go to that club where I met my wife at.
Yeah.
We had money to get in and get there. We ain't had money for drinks. They used to have a dance contest. He said, y'all want it? We said, yeah, man, go get it. That boy would go up there and get on that stage and dance, man, and do that drop.
Yeah.
And, bro, we got $200 for drinks for the whole night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what his thing was. He gonna go and win the contest and drink, you know. And he brought out drinks that way. So yeah, rest in peace to Big Von.
Yeah, shout out Big Von. Okay, this last picture. Let's talk about this one here.
Ooh wee. Bro, that's my everything, man.
Yeah.
That's my dad, y'all. That man right there. Everything I did and done, I wanted to be like him. You know, only one thing I'm proud my mom changed my name. Well, he changed my name from his name because I ain't want to be named Milton, even though I ain't know nothing about it as a kid. But that's my everything, man. You see a picture with me and him behind me when I was in the military. One right here with me and him hugging my first playoff game in high school where we beat Frankenmuth, where everybody thought we was gonna lose. And actually, yeah, that picture mean more to me than anything because that was the last game he got to see me coach.
Okay.
You know, and you know before he passed.
Yeah.
You know, so I went 2 years for him fighting for his life. He never got to see me in the stands again after that game. So that man there is everything to me, man.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Pops, man.
Yeah.
Hey, people, when I was on your Father's Day podcast, hey,
Man.
Daddy's married, matter, man.
Really?
Fathers, man. Fathers matter,
matter.
man. Absolutely.
You know, we love our mothers with all our heart, but that having a dad, like I tell a lot of people, I wasn't a mama boy. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to my daddy, couldn't tell me nothing wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And because even to the day he passed away, bro, they said my dad asked that morning, put on my Bridgeport shirt on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. That's all
and when
right.
I got there, you know, he had it on him. And that even hurt even more. You know, but yeah, so yeah, my life ain't the same though, bro, without that. You might see me smile, talk, laugh, and play, but it's a hole in my heart. You know what I'm saying? So, yep.
Yeah, shout out to Papa Marshall, man.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
man. Hey, man, I want to thank you, man, and I'm going to tell y'all, this is the longest interview podcast I've had. But you know what? I was not going to. I said, I'm not putting no time limit on this, man. Let me tell y'all this. I'm going to get out of here. I wouldn't be in this space right now without this brother. Ain't no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? He's been helping me. He's encouraging, and listen, no matter whatever I call, he responds and help me out, man, because that's the kind of heart he has, man. And
yes, sir.
Much love to you and Miss Marshall and your family, man. And
thank you, bro.
I pray God continue to bless you, and I know he will. And listen, I'll tell y'all something too. People don't want to say, look, God is real, y'all. Get to know him.
That's right.
Get to know him. Like my pastor always say, listen, you do everything right, you die, and you find out it ain't no heaven. Okay. You've lost nothing. You've helped people on earth. You done great. Let's say it ain't nothing. But if you die and fail, it ain't no God, it ain't nothing. You find out it's real, you've lost everything. And it's too late then. And I'm saying that to say this here because him and his wife are a blessing. They're a blessing to their family. They're a blessing to the city of Saginaw. They're a blessing for the masses. And man, I salute you. I love you. You know, I got you whatever you need, man. Tell Lady Marsha, I'm on 28th. I'm gonna be there. And I'm gonna start some mess. Just to see it get on you. And, much love to you, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yes, yeah. Thank you for having me on this platform. Like I tell everybody on my platforms, follow something every day. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
For real, because it's real. I love what you're doing. Like I said, bro, you say I'm teaching and learning, but your intro is probably the best intro I've seen in podcasting. And I've been watching podcasts for over 4 years now, and I love it. You know, it's genuine, it's you. You know what I'm saying? So you keep doing what you do. Keep getting at them fools that be putting them little slick comments in your status. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it, though, bro. Thanks again for having me.
No doubt. To God be the glory.
Yes, sir.
I'll talk to you soon, my brother.
All right, will do. Have a good night now.
All right, you love.
Yep.
Yo, thanks for tuning in. I know this was a long one. Hope y'all stayed in. Hey, it's all good. Gonna have another one next week. Hey, tune in Friday. We'll have a Friday Fable. And this just been an awesome, awesome, awesome day. Much love to y'all. And listen here. Do something positive for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Something. Just do something positive. It takes nothing from you for doing something for somebody else. It takes nothing from you. Holla. It's Something Every Year. It's the podcast. Holla. See y'all next time. For sure. Next time we will be there. Holla. Holla, y'all. Check out the next one. We will be here. Deuces.